Hiya, it's Nicola here from Iconic Creative Consultants. And after doing my first 20-minute Facebook Live yesterday, I decided I was going to do another one today, but not about the subject I was talking about yesterday. So I'm going to talk about a few tips for roller banner design. I don't know if you've ever designed your own roller banner. Here's one of mine up the banner, you can see here. And the first sort of thing I would want to talk about is your intent. What is it you want the roller banner to do for you? What is it you're going to be using it for? Are you sort of showcasing your service, as that one is there and acting as a call to action? Are you highlighting a class, or are you highlighting are you having it at a stand at a trade show? Or are you using it in a conference behind a speaker? All this sort of thing needs to be considered before you even start your project, because it affects how you design it. So once you've kind of worked out what your intent is for the project, then you need to consider where it's going to be used. As I mentioned before, if you've got a conference, you might want it outside the front door of the building, outside the front door of the room. You might want it on the stage behind a speaker or in a corner to kind of add some interest. So, and also if you're a small business, you might want it to be behind a table. If you might be in a kind of town hall or a local sports hall doing your first ever trade show, and you design your roller banner, but because you haven't considered where it's going to be used, you put your, like I did, the first time I ever designed one, I put my details in the wrong place where it couldn't be viewed. So if you are a small business, where are you going to use it? Are you doing a trade show? Have you got a stand? Have you got a table in front of that? So make sure you learn about what you're offered when you book your trade show and your stand, and design your banner so that your contact details particularly and your key message are above the table height so that people can read it when they're walking past. And perhaps put your contact, this is kind of eye level, my title is up the top here, and obviously that's at eye level as you're walking past it, so it kind of captures people's attention. If you're a larger business, again, you need to consider the eye line, but it's not going to be possibly quite so close because people are walking down avenues in the exhibition. If it's anything like the business show, they've got a section called the street where it's it's very, very narrow with 1 meter stand options. So those banners have to be very, very succinct, very, very clear in their message as people walk past, so that the message is immediately understandable by the people walking past. It's usually very, very cramped in those situations, so you can't have lots of text. So all these things need to be considered. And then once you've considered that, think about your brand and your colors. These, again, this one here behind me is in my brand colors. The green turquoise at the top there, wherever is it, up there, is my main turquoise, and that is my secondary purple. I've got 2 purples. One is a purple, and this is a pinky purple. But then I've also used the orange there, sorry, the yellow there, the wrong way, that way. And then I've used a red color. I've got a red color in my brand colors as well. So use your brand colors effectively and your logo to convey your message. But then also think about your fonts. You can see kind of behind me, oops, that way. I've got my main font, Devious and Moonflower, and then at the top for my main key message, I've got Heavyweight Helvetica. So think about using fonts effectively to get your message across, and use them. Don't use all the same weight, don't use all the same size. Vary it up, but vary it up effectively so that your message is clear to people walking past. Then we come on to images. Images are critical, particularly with a banner, because the banners are so huge. People often make mistakes of trying to use mobile phone images. Just doesn't work, just not big enough. The resolution needs to be really high, and the size of it needs to be really high for you to get reasonable and good results. So I would recommend either hiring a photographer like myself to create bespoke images for you, or go to stock libraries. And when you do go to a stock library, choose the files that are the biggest file option they've got. so that then you've got the best chance of creating a good image. So then, of course, you then look at just the design itself, make sure it's clear, it acts as a call to action whilst you're not on a stand, whilst it's outside a room. So just make sure it's all clear and legible, and then obviously send it off for print. Get someone to do your artwork, maybe me, and then get them to send it off to the printer for you, so that you then get portable cases and all this sort of thing. And it's all, an easy project. So just those few tips, hope they're useful for you. And if you do need anything, just drop me a line. Take care. Bye.